I thought we'd have a little bit of fun today. As I was going through old posts on Real Choice, I found one I'd done inspired by this. Yes, this rather uninspired Planned Parenthood specialty license plate for Nebraska. It looks like they put exactly zero effort into this. My body, my choice. It could be opposition to seatbelt laws for all we know. It's like, okay, put some effort in. Well, I decided it might be kind of fun to look at some other states' license plates and see what they came up with. Did they do better than Nebraska? Well, here's Maryland. This one's kind of boring too. NARAL ProChoice Maryland Fund, and they just use the standard NARAL logo, which is always a variation of a stylized head of the Statue of Liberty, which is like the point of the Statue of Liberty is welcoming people. And the whole point of abortion is to be as unwelcoming as possible. So it just always struck me as kind of an odd choice there. Planned Parenthood in Pennsylvania went to almost as much effort as the people in Nebraska did. They just slap on the Planned Parenthood logo. Good enough. Call it a day. Virginia, they got a little fancy here. They have the little woman who's celebrating, running away. It's kind of hard to tell. I know that's supposed to be their arms are supposed to be a check mark for some reason. I'm not sure why. That arm being pulled, I don't know whether she's being held back. It looks kind of cool, but I'm really unsure what the message is supposed to be. California's NARAL plate. It's like, you've got to be freaking kidding me. Look at that little cartoon. Trust women, yeah, raise your fist in the air. Woo-hoo-hoo. Like, it looks like some junior high school girls' artwork. And the trust women, I mean, seriously, tell that to Karla Homolka's victims. I mean, you can't necessarily trust women. And in this case, the fact that they're wanting to kill babies shows that they can't exactly be trusted, can they? Now let's look at Montana. Oh, isn't that sweet? The mother and baby. Pro-family, pro-choice. Because aborting babies is good for families. And we've got Alaska. Alaska's the only one that actually acknowledges the existence of the father, but it's kind of disturbing. I mean, are they throwing that baby? Are they trying to grab hold of that baby as he flies away? I mean, either one is kind of disquieting in the context of abortion. It's kind of creepy. And I just find it really interesting, especially against this snowy background, that they look kind of like sleds to me. Then while we're staying outside the contiguous states, let's look at Hawaii. Now, from what I understand, this isn't an actual plate. They only just have a little sticker you can put on the plate. Respect, choice, and a little check mark. I get the feeling that you have to already be a pretty hardcore pro-choice activist to know what that even means. And I think it gets kind of ambiguous against that rainbow, you know, maybe it's gay rights. Although I'm guessing that the rainbow's just on the Hawaii plate. You can comment below. Moving right along. Massachusetts. They're the first ones that actually admit that this is about abortion by displaying the standard issue non-approved fetus dislodger, the coat hanger, which, as I've covered before, this was not a common fetus dislodger in the pre-legalization days. Most women went to doctors, but we don't want to let something like reality get in the way, do we? And of course, the pro-woman, pro-child, pro-choice. Again, I'm a little unclear about how killing children is pro-child. Somebody explain that one to me. And yes, I know. Well, then you only have a baby when the circumstances are good. So that's better for the ones that you let be born. Okay. At least they address the fact that it is about abortion. Now let's move to Florida. Oh, look at that. little baby aborted stars flying up to heaven. And there's the happy celebrating mommy with a lucky little chosen baby. And mommy, you're not even holding that baby. I guess you don't want to tie your hands down even with a wanted child. Nice work, Florida. Now we're getting to the last two plates. One of them is totally unrelated to abortion. It's one I just stumbled across. I can't remember what state it was, but apparently one of the specialty plates is kids first. Sounds really good, but maybe you can come up with some letters to go on your plate. Eat the kids first. I love it. And the last one is a real example of Rosie. Sorry, my dog's whining. Lay down, Rosie. Lay down, lay down, lay down. Lay down. You've been out. Lay down. The last one, I feel kind of guilty for laughing at, but it's gallows humor. You gotta laugh or you'll cry. Here goes. Some smart aleck did what Planned Parenthood's license plate ought to look like, and I think this is that in a nutshell. It pretty much sums it up. So if there are any other pro-choice abortion rights, dislodge that fetus because it's good for women and children, list them below, and I'll do a review of them too.